if I were to ask you, Rob, what to you are the keys to success or the keys to turning it around? Because there are a lot of people that are in that same position.
Yeah.
They're stuck in a rut. They're not 100% sure what they want to do and where they want to go.
Yes.
So what really inspired you to turn around? Obviously the book had something to do with it, but you must have made a conscious choice and something clicked.
Yes.
And from there you've gone from strength to strength.
Yes.
And continued to move forward. So what do you think is key when these young people and my generation or a little younger are really trying to make something of their lives? And obviously we're in economic turmoil at the moment. It's a difficult financial time. So I suppose there are obviously a lot of opportunities, but there's something that these young people need to do to be able to turn it around and really start moving in the right direction.
Yes, for sure. I think there's two types of people who decide, and it's not they were chosen, they were tapped on the head and said, you know, you're this way or you're that way, but for some reason people decide when they're young either they're creative or they're not creative.
Yes.
Okay, and if I could get anything across today, it'd be everyone is creative and everyone can create whatever they want in their life. It's just you who makes that choice and that decision. So I think my musical background helped me a lot to follow my own dreams and my own path.
Individuality, I
suppose.
Yeah,
and definitely want to be an individual. But it's never too late. I've seen people in their 50s and 60s and older who've suddenly realised that they can make their own, you know, they might have for their whole life be what some might call a follower or a working bee, and then one day something happens in their life. Often it can be something like they meet the love of their life, or it can often be a loss in their life that makes them suddenly just realise, okay, I'm going to make a choice to make something more of my life, to empower others, to become successful. And it all starts with you deciding and having that desire, you know, and that want to be something more than you currently are, or to evolve more.
And so for you, I suppose it was a conscious choice.
Yes.
That you said, I'm going to do this is what I'm going to do. And one of the big things that I spent quite a lot of time with Rob recently is goal setting.
Yeah.
And so Rob speaks a lot about his goals. And the way that he sets his goals are a little different to a lot of people. But it works very successfully.
Yes.
You actually write down the feelings that you will feel.
Yes.
When you achieve that goal, what it's going to look like, what it's going to smell like. So you're actually in that position.
Yes.
And that's what's helped you get there.
Yes. Yes, I've learned from some master goal setters along the way, mainly from books I've read and audios I've listened to. I've developed the perfect way for me. Often people ask me, what's the perfect way to set goals? And there's kind of no right or wrong, but I found a way that really works for me is to firstly write down all the reasons why I need to be successful. Okay, so they might be, for me personally, for you it might be different, but for me personally it's my family. So it comes first is my wife and my children. They are reasons why I must be successful and I must make it at what I'm doing. And then you might write down emotions that you want to feel, and they're also reasons why to be successful. So things like, for me, it's empowerment, contribution, the feeling of contribution, the feeling of joy knowing I do what I love, and every day I'm in control of what I do, rather than when I used to be at a job and someone told me what to do. And so that's the first step, and once I've written all that down, then I write down my goals to the exact point form. Okay, so I'll write down exactly how much money I want to earn in a year. Then I'll get out a calculator if I have to, and take that down to the month, to the week, and to the day. And then when I've broken it down to the day, I realise I can look at whatever you're doing. If you're selling services or you're selling products, everyone's selling something, obviously. You can work out how many sales or how much you have to leverage yourself to be able to reach that goal. So it's suddenly very scalable. You know exactly what you have to hit to achieve that. And the biggest thing I found I'd heard before was a goal not written down is just a wish. Okay, so I found when I write these things down, I've kind of signed my name off to it.
Yes. So that's your commitment.
Yes.
Your signature is your commitment.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. And so every day I review these goals, obviously, and I found the best time for me is in the morning. I rewrite my top 15 goals, and I write them out every morning. So I've got a lot of filled books full of pages with the same thing again and again. If anyone found them, they'd probably think I was mad or something, a little bit crazy, just writing these things over and over again. But I found it's really worked for me. At night, I then review in my head at least once a night, just before I go to bed. I recite all those top goals again, and I found by doing it when I get up, it inspires me for the day to do the things that I have to do, get the important things out of the way that are going to make the largest leaps towards future successes for me. And then at night, I find if I review them, all my goals again at night, my dreams are filled with inspiration, and and often I wake up with good ideas. So yeah, in the morning. So it's been a massive help for me, and I think it's probably the most important thing that's helped. And it also helps you continue on the path you're going, because we're all going to hit brick walls and we get tested again and again, and success often doesn't come easy. It comes after persistent effort towards a goal. So if you know the goal you're trying to reach and you've got it written down, you know, you can have much more higher likelihood than the average person who just has wishes. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, obviously we appreciate Rob's time today. Rob Thompson from Inner Day, and if you want to check them out, it's innerday.com.au. What they're doing is it's spectacular. It's one of a kind at the moment. I'm sure people will follow suit, but what they're doing is really great. So, Rob, thanks for your time today, mate, and we'll be seeing you all soon. Thanks.